Hi everyone, today we talk about top 10 most popular sports in the world in 2017 to 2018. So let's go. Before watch the video, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for latest updates in channel. Number 10. American football. For those of us who know little about American football may be wondering if such a sport even exists, and I can confidently say that it does, and it has a huge following. The latest reports show that the sport has a following of over 400 million, which makes it close to basketball when it comes to popularity rankings. In fact, American football will tie with basketball in the popularity rankings. The tie should not come as a surprise to anybody, as we all know that the two sports have their origin in the US. Number 9. Basketball. As I said before, another sport that has a massive following is the basketball. The sport ties with American football when it comes to popularity rankings. It should not surprise you that the sports also have a major section of its supporters in the American region, and that is the area of origin. In fact, people view the US as the home of basketball. The sports have a following of approximately 400 million and are the 9th most followed sport in the globe. Number 8. Golf. I have this repeatedly until it now sounds true. Many are the time when people refer to the game of golf as the game of the rich. Some people talk about it as if it is a crime even to watch golf if you are not a millionaire. Allow me for surprising most of you by saying that golf is one of the largest professional prospects in the developed nations like the USA, Britain, Japan, South Africa, and even Korea. The sport is ranked position 8 in popularity, but that has nothing to do with the revenue it generates. Number 7. Baseball. Did you know that the majority of people in the world live their entire life without holding a baseball bat in their hands? This fact may sound wild for somebody in the USA or Japan, where baseball is played even at the street level. Those who have tried the game can testify that it is one of the most enjoyable games that one can ever play. People in areas such as Japan and US tend to be so passionate about the game to the level that some choose to take a career in baseball, and this does not happen at adulthood. Number 6. Table tennis. The table tennis is yet another game that has provided a platform for many to showcase their talents and make money in the process. That is not all about table tennis, as the game is the most played indoor game as a hobby. Research shows that there are no other sports that are played as a hobby than the table tennis. When one is to play the game as a profession, most countries are still locked out. The game is still restricted to a few countries, which include Indonesia, China, and even Malaysia. Number 5. Volleyball. My favorite sport comes at position 5. I know majority did not expect this, and that includes me. However, we must come to the reality that volleyball has managed position 5 in this list. This may just be the simplest game ever, and maybe the simplicity has something to do with its popularity. I mean, how else you could explain this? The game is mostly lived in developing countries, which include Poland, Brazil, Kenya, Turkey, and even France. The Asians are not entirely lucky when it comes to volleyball, as the game is restricted to Japan and China. Number 4. Tennis. I know that there is a group of people that do not know the difference between tennis and table tennis, and that is maybe due to lack of interest in the games. At some point, somebody asked me why I had to split the same game into two and then give them different rankings, but that was from a very ignorant perspective. As time goes, I hope that more people will get to love the game and more people will get to understand the game. Even though some people do not know much about tennis, the game still has a huge following. Recent studies point out that the game has slightly over 1 billion fans from all around the globe. This popularity places tennis at the 4th position in this list. Number 3. Field hockey. This yet another game that people confuse with cricket because of the dressing code of the players. I cannot blame them for that. When I was young, I hated hockey because of a simple reason. To me, this game was the most dangerous game that one could ever play. The question that I was asking myself was the logic behind giving people weapons and then expects them to use the weapon on a very small ball and fail to use the weapons on each other. However, I later realized that every game has rules and those of field hockey do not allow one player to use the stick on another player. Number 2. Cricket. At position 2 is cricket. This is a controversial position for cricket to hold as many people have divergent views. However, it must be noted that cricket has a following of more than 2.5 billion people across the globe. This number may be slightly higher than the recorded 2.5 billion people may. Even though the following is huge, we must also admit that there are regions in the world where people do not know anything about cricket. Also, if they saw the game, they would be wondering how stupid the person who comes up with such a game was to even think of such a useless game. The game is mostly played in Australia, South Asia, and South America, and even in the United Kingdom. Number 1. Football/soccer. If anybody feels that soccer should not be at position 1 in this list, then maybe such a person is looking at things from a perspective that we have not discovered yet. The game has a following of approximately 4 billion people all over the world. Every continent on the planet takes part in this game. However, we must recognize that the real hub of football is in Europe, and that is evident from the competitive level at which the game is played. The biggest competitions in soccer are the Champions League and UEFA, which are both played in Europe. So here are top 10 most popular sports in the world in 2017 to 2018. Which sport is your favorite? So tell us in comments.